Hey nerds, we're able to keep Venture Forth ad-free thanks to our amazing patrons. To help keep this podcast free of ads, check out our Patreon. Link in our description.
I'm Thessaly.
Sika.
Shraya.
Lynn.
Ceallach.
Oma.
And I'm your DM, Ethan. Welcome to Venture Forth. Previously, you all had made your way back to Hayfried's Void. Some of you went into the Void, some of you stayed out in Saddlemount. Thessaly, Seeker, Shraya, and Ceallach met with Hayfried and began exploring a little bit of their past, a little bit of their new weapons, and a little bit of what is yet to come. Oma and Flynn had stayed back in Saddlemount and had gone down to the beach and had a little bit of a beach day as Flynn continued studying, learning some new spells, and Oma had enjoyed herself in the water. Ceallach had gone to the Temple of Famir, and after a bit of thought to himself, some thought aloud to his new god, his old god, it seems a sort of consensus was reached, but what exactly that means is yet to be seen. But back in Hayfried's Void, Timmy came bursting in, noting that there were birds outside, lots of crows. And as Seeker, Thessaly, and Shraya ran outside, these crows came and reported to Shraya that his home is in turmoil. They shook out some of the crystals from their feathers, forming them on the ground, and as the crystals fused together, Thessaly, Seeker, and Shraya, before you see crystals, jagged and sharp, fusing together before Shraya to form a face. So Thessaly, Seeker, and Shraya, as you see this face forming, what do you do?
I'm staring into this face, and as I do, I look directly into the eyes. And as I look directly into the eyes, my whole body starts to shake, as the ground immediately around me also starts to shake. And within these eyes, I recognize this, what I have been taught and learned to be a fey creature of some kind. As I peer deep into the eyes of this crystalline-formed face of this type of creature, the centers of the eyes look like you're looking down at a tornado from up above, as the eyes seem to twist and turn in the air. And as I see the mouth purses its lips and slowly blows. And what comes out, if you've ever seen snowflakes falling and they're large enough to see the patterns of them, the wind that comes out of this face slowly forms these crystal geometric patterns that slowly work their way over to me. And where I'm standing, where I'm kneeling over this face. And the air itself seems to crystallize in these long chains of these crystals as they work their way over to my body. And the second that contact is made between this crystallized air and my body, my staff, which was just by my side, shatters and completely falls apart and becomes synonymous with the crystals themselves that are next to me. I look around as I try to... What's going on? As I sift through the crystals on the ground, and all of a sudden I look down at my skin, and the geometric patterns that were once on the staff are now slowly starting to populate the areas of my skin and start spreading across me from the point where the kind of snowflake crystallized crystals touch my skin, as it begins to take over my body and work its way down my legs and up toward my head. 2 arcs of them meet right above and between my eyes. And when they do, I close my eyes, and the 3-dimensional horror show of what the crows had described to me is now unfolding before my eyes. My home tribe enslaved, preparing for war. Some enslaved, some captured, some in heightened defense. The land itself being torn apart. And I'm gazing out from the sky, and I look around me, but I'm not myself anymore. I'm also this face spread out across the sky, looking down upon my homeland. As I squint my eyes together, as tight as they will go, my eyes seem to cave backward into myself like those reverse tornadoes that I was gazing into before. As I open my eyes again, I'm back where I was gazing before, and slowly, from the ground, the staff starts to repiece itself together from the crystals that were on the ground, and I'm slowly pulling myself up it piece by piece. As when I approached the top, what was formerly a blossom of a flower is now these shards that stick out in those leaf-like patterns. And what forms at the top in this kind of slow animation, instead of a crystal, you see a crystallized sculpture of this face, and its eyes pop open and look at me. And through its eyes, I suddenly hear in my head, "I'm here."
I'm looking at Seeker. Is that a thing that's supposed to happen with him?
It is really hard to be surprised anymore. So
True.
he looks okay. I mean, it's super strange, but like kind of normal.
It's
know?
kind of normal, but also kind of strange. Shraya?
I shake myself. Yes.
You all right over there?
I hear in my head, "Don't just stand there, go over to them." "Yes, I'm fine." I grab my staff, I look at it. "What happened?" I plant it, I twirl it around in my fingers. "It's much lighter than it was before. Oh, yeah. Also much nicer to look at." I work my way over to where Seeker and Thessaly are. What just happened?"
I was hoping you could answer that question. Did we see everything that was just...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that
Fully
was
happened right in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your staff, it changed, and you kind of changed for a moment. I don't know where you went.
I look down. Are those patterns still on my skin from
Yes,
where they
they are.
formerly were?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, this is a very, not myself, but I suppose myself. I look across my arms and just catch a little shimmer of one of the magenta patterns across, like a triangle weaving in upon itself, working its way up. I think I may be stuck with this now.
Stuck? So it wasn't intentional. You didn't want that to happen?
I don't. And then I hear in my head, "That's you now." "That's me now."
This is you now.
This is me now. Yes.
And with that, you level up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Hello.
Yasika. Hi. How are you, my friend?
I am good. I'm glad you are okay. I should like to talk to you about your staff. It seems it's fantastic, and should like to talk to you about it. One moment, please. just and whistle to Eldra to see if I can get her attention.
And from the swarm of crows up top, you see Eldra pop down from the crowd, make a couple of laps around the building, and swing up and perch right on your shoulder.
Oh, hello to you. Oh, beautiful being that you are. I say that under my breath, though.
Hello, girl. It's been a long time. I'm glad you are safe. I'm glad you are safe too, Shraya.
Yes. I'm feeling things that I can't quite explain.
Were you talking to the crows?
Yes, I was. Not too long ago.
What did they say?
There are things happening in my homeland that have distressed me very much.
Oh, no.
In fact, it may be very prudent for me to return there at some point very soon.
Where is your homeland? I don't think I know.
It's very far from here. I isolated it on a map that Flynn had not too long ago. I want to know more. But your owl spent much time with them as well, it seems like, because she came with them, correct?
I don't know. She was there with them in the sky, but I don't know if she came from where they came from.
Do we have a way to find out? Because I don't know if well, it would be good to hear from two differing parties.
We can absolutely talk to her. She was on a mission further south, closer to West Reaches. That's where you would have expected the birds to go.
Oh, I would have expected, based on my new knowledge of the geography, that Westreach would have still been nowhere near there. So perhaps they met up at some point on both of their ways back from where they had been.
It does seem this is a place of meeting, no?
Yes, it does. Is there a way to ask her how long she spent with them, how long she traveled?
Absolutely. Yes. I will, do you want to ask her, or do you want me to?
Well, I don't know. Does she want to speak with me?
Okay, hold on. I will just ask.
Why would she not?
I will communicate with Eldra and ask, good to see you. How just telepathically, how long have you been with the birds, the crows? They were here. They're very lovely. Shimmery, but lovely birds. She said that they were here when she got here.
Well, she hasn't spent that much time with them.
No.
I'm so torn. I want to keep gazing at you, but I will go back to those other birds. I'm going to head back over toward the leader of the crows.
All right.
When you say that the area that you returned from, first of all, how did you find us again? How did you find me?
Well, we got there, and there was this bird. He was a little nuts. He was a little crazy. And he was sort of rambling on about how his friend, and he was describing his friend, who I assumed was you, was sort of going around and doing these things. And I asked where I could find him, and he said right about here. So we came back to here, and then we saw there was this massive beam in the sky, and we saw it, and it was way over that way. And we were like, hey, he said he would put up a signal. Was that the signal? And we were about to go over there, and he came out of the house. So
because I'm thinking back to the vision I had, and you see my eyes squint as eyes are flitting back and forth. My mind trying to decide if what I saw was reality or the future or something yet to be passed. I want to ask you again. when you saw what you saw there, what was the condition of my brethren? And what was the condition of their adversaries?
It didn't seem like anything was happening just quite yet. It seemed that your friends of yours were sort of preparing for battle. And it seemed like the dwarves were just down the hill sort of doing the same.
Well, let them prepare. I need to speak to the group all together before I make any kind of decision. And I bow my head to this leader of the crows. How can I possibly thank you for what you've done for me?
Give me one moment. And he sort of hops back a couple feet away, and he joins a group of crows, and they all sort of put their heads together in the middle, and you can hear them sort of whispering and talking back and forth. And then they, like, one of them, their head pops up and looks over at you, and then their head sort of goes back down into the group, and they continue whispering. And then the leader of the crows hops back over, and he goes, I think seeds would be a good payment. You got any seeds?
Do I have seeds? And I pull out a pouch, and I yank the whole pouch from within this little sleeve that opens under my wing, and I say, "These are all yours. I had picked some of them up on my way across the mountains, but you can have them now."
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Boys, we got seeds! And all of the crows flock down and just start attacking all of the seeds on the ground.
Again, I'm quite pleased that you're so pleased by these seeds.
These are some good seeds.
That escalated.
Yeah, that was quite a transition.
See how easy they are to please?
Shraya, well, I didn't catch most. Was that a conversation? Did it go well? Is them that's what they wanted?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, they will be very happy now for a long time.
Good. I think.
Should we head back to find the others?
Yes, I think it is very important. It is very important to me that we rally everyone as soon as we can.
Certainly.
Back into the void for Seeker.
Back into the void, yes.
Yeah, I follow them as well.
Okay. You all head back into the void. Are you all heading back to Saddlemount as well?
Well, are we gonna wait in the void for? Wait, where are Flynn and Oma and Ceallach?
They're on the.
They're on the other side.
They're in Saddlemount.
They're in Saddlemount.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, but I want to take a detour really quickly.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah, sure. What are you doing?
I want to ask Hayfried. Tomorrow. I'll go to Hayfried. Could you? Could I? I don't know if you're calling it a library, if it's just a collection or an archive. I don't know what you call that. Can I just? Can I jump over there, real fast?
Yeah. If you want to, sure.
Okay. All right.
And he pulls it down and attaches it to the center platform.
Thank you, Hayfried.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So I'm gonna go, and I want to see if I can find a book specifically on champions or people who have done deeds in the name of Fenra.
Okay.
And I'm going to take it with me if he'll let me.
Okay, I'm going to have you make an investigation check to see if you can find the book. Oh, and yeah, that would be
an ability check.
Oh, yeah.
that would be a disadvantage.
No. Why are you telling on me?
Don't mean to be that good. Tell him.
It's the first one I rolled was still really okay. Investigation.
Yes.
That's 6.
A 6. You're looking through. You find books on magic and history and all of these things. None of them are what you're looking for.
Okay, I'm gonna run back over to Hayfield really quick, and I'm gonna take. Is there like a spare piece of paper around or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there are tables with notes and pages. Yeah.
So I'm gonna sort of like jot down a note of like the 3 elements that I'm looking for in this book, and I'm gonna like scoot it over to Hayfried and say, if you happen, I'm not giving you a task. I'm just saying if you happen to find something like this, or you happen to have it in your collection, I would just really like to know. And maybe I can bring back some dirt.
He takes it and he sort of looks at it. He looks over at Timmy. He walks over to Timmy. He hands him the paper and he says, "Now, Timmy, I'm not giving you a task, but you just happen to come across something that looks like this. Maybe this one will give you some dirt." And Timmy sort of takes it, puts his head down, and stares walking over to the library.
I'm going to tap Timmy on the shoulder really quickly. Timmy,
Yeah.
Timmy, I know you don't really want dirt. Would you like something else? I'll get hay-free dirt. What do you want?
I don't know, like some new spell scrolls would be cool.
Some new spell scrolls. I will keep an eye out for that for you.
That would be awesome.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, Fried.
Yeah.
We need to go back to Saddlemount. Wanted to give you this, and I hand a vial of the ink from my scroll, and say that I know you can reach us many ways, but this is a way to reach me. Well, kind of a way to reach me. I don't check the scroll every day, but
No, I know exactly what this is.
Oh, okay.
This is very cool. Haven't seen any of this in a while.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Here.
Thank you very much.
And is there anything we can get for you?
Dirt.
Besides the dirt.
I don't think he wants dirt.
He told me he wanted dirt.
Not at the moment. I'll keep thinking about it, though.
Okay.
I might give you a list.
We'll just bring stuff that we find.
All right.
Are you two ready?
Perfectly.
All right. And with
Not
that,
a Hayfried.
Hayfried waves his hand as you all appear once more in the Saddlemount little hut that hides the teleportation circle. Just as Ulma, Flynn, and Ceallach are making their way back.
Flynn, I have sand in my shoe. I knew we shouldn't have gone down to the beach.
Why? I had fun.
Yeah, but now I have sand in my shoes.
Well, then
Don't you have sand in your shoes?
No, I took my shoes off and I shook the sand. Do you, just take them off?
Well, my feet were wet, and then you put them in the water, and then you touch the sand, and then the sand sticks to the water, and then you put your foot in your shoe, and now it's all wet sandiness.
Well, what did we learn?
Yeah.
Don't go to the beach when Flynn says to go to the beach.
No!
It is the fearsome agents that I was looking for when we came out of the portal to go fight the flayers of the mind.
You two are adorable.
Huh?
Not adorable.
Okay,
I'm a
Flynn.
threat.
Yes, you're very threatening, very scary. I'm very scared.
Good.
All right.
I'm like hopping on one foot, trying to like rub sand off of my foot.
What did you guys do?
Well, I think Shraya's gonna take the lead on this one.
I'll look at Shraya. Does he look different to me?
Yeah, it looks like little imprinted, almost geometric patterns have been inlaid on his feathers.
Shraya, what's up with your body?
It all started with these crows. They came back, and they looked different. And then in talking to them, and crystals pouring out of them,
Crystals?
yeah, that look more like this. And I hold up the staff, which now has that totally crystalline staff that has the figure face of a Fae sculpture in the middle now instead of a unchiseled crystal. That is.
Shaya, are you distracted by your own arms now?
I will tell you, I have been sneaking peeks at them, which
Yeah.
makes me very uncomfortable.
You're beautiful.
Well, thank you. I only hope that one over there, and I look over toward the owl, thinks the same thing, but she doesn't want to talk to me right now, it seems. So.
As you look over, I have Eldra on she's standing on my hand. I'm holding my hand, my palm facing up, and she's standing in it. She's a great horned owl. She's a big owl. And we're talking telepathically, and I'm saying, we're getting ready to go to this lighthouse, and if you could maybe fly some circles ahead, and I will give you direction, but this is going to be dangerous, and it's probably best for you to stay out of where we're going. But maybe you could help us scout the area beforehand, and she'll take off.
See? No goodbye. Just leaves.
I'm looking at Seeker as Shraya says this, eyebrows raised to the top, like into my brow line, and I'm staring.
I cannot. They have a connection.
Connection? This is news for me about Eldra. All right.
They went hunting together. It was a thing, I think. I don't know.
Okay. I learned something new about Eldra today. That's lovely.
Yes. A lot happened, Flynn. We did learn a little bit about these Mindflayers from Hayfried. They are dangerous.
Did you ask Chath anything?
Oh, Chath.
Was he there? Is he okay?
The Chath was.
He looked.
DM and Periphery had a chat.
He looked.
Make an insight check.
Can I either do it or?
Yeah, Seeker can do it too.
Seeker do because I'm at disadvantage. Ooh.
It's a 19.
A 19. He looked angry.
Oh.
He looked angry, and you could just barely see, as you were sort of looking out at him, it almost looked like he was inspecting the cage. Like he was trying to look like he was just hanging out, but you could see his eyes just barely darting around inspecting the cage.
He looked not happy, and I have a feeling that one is dangerous.
Yeah, he was my teacher. Was. Eleanor, did you see him at all? Is he?
Yes. There as well.
I mean, it doesn't seem like we got a lot of information. We could maybe go back and grab their books.
We did get a bit of information.
Okay.
Ceallach can help fill in, or so can Tess, but the Mindflayers seem to be servants, and perhaps if we don't threaten them or put them into a position where they must, where they feel like we are trying to hurt them, we might be able to just talk to them. But the other thing is kind of that they don't usually work alone.
They don't appear to have their own will, it seems, or if they do, it's very much at the hands of someone is essentially controlling them. Was what I took away from
the Strata
Beyond. Nah,
yeah,
that's
that.
The Shraya piranhas.
Yeah.
the Shraya
Yeah.
piranhas. Shraya, you turn into
I still don't really remember what that is.
They're part of the Red Wolf. Who knows?
Oh.
They
Oh.
Yeah, the person with the changing faces.
Yes.
That was the person who was part of the Shraya piranha who had the mind flayer behind it.
I shudder to think what I would look like in fish form.
What?
It's fish. Okay.
Ceallach, you look a little paler than normal. You doing okay?
Yes, what happened to you, old chap?
Normally you get angry when I say Shraya piranha and you didn't, so...
Oh, did you? I didn't even...
Where's your head at?
Oh, it's right here on my shoulder, Selma. What were we talking about?
You're gonna tell us what happened to you to make you so weird.
Were you
how
not
does
with?
he look health-wise?
Yeah.
Like from a
Make a medicine check.
rank.
Oh. Medicine.
That ain't strong. That's it's a Sam.
Real good.
He looks like, looking at him, you're pretty sure he's got some sort of sickness. He looks like he's got some sort of like disease.
Oh no. Did you get hit with the spikes? Do you have the metal poison?
No, no spikes.
You don't look good.
I'm
Seeker.
He doesn't.
Well,
No.
that was probably a nicer way to phrase that.
How? He doesn't look good.
Fair enough, Olma. Fair enough.
I feel fine. Were we talking about Mindflayers?
No,
Yeah.
we were talking about you and how you're doing.
I'm not so sure we should, make trouble. I think it might be wise for us to talk to them.
But you're the one who said that we have to venture forth into scary situations and come out ahead, and you had
I
this like
believe
big...
it, Alma. I believe that to be the case. But from Hayfried's description of them, it sounds like the Kodam Vo and the Strata Priana are the real lethal force there. The Mindflayers are something of a tool for them. Which it caught me by surprise.
What are we going to offer them that will make them betray their plot, their
Well,
point?
How
That's
about
the
your
question.
sword?
Oh.
Now, I thought.
I thought we were over that.
We are not over that.
Okay, well, you want to hold it?
Okay, now's not the time, boys.
Kind of.
No,
I summoned my sword and handed him.
Okay. So Ceallach, you think that we should just talk to the scary tentacle faces?
Well, something that Hayfried said, and I'm sort of like, I've put a hand on the side of the building to steady myself. Is that Kodam Vo is the title of the leader of the Strata Priana, and they're sort of an organization that helps with technological advancement in Undev. That's Kodam Vo. It's not a specific, it's not a name, it's a title. So the Kodam Vo is the person that serves the Red Wolf. And maybe none of these Mindflayers have any association with that. We have no way of knowing unless we go ask them.
Okay.
Let's we start with that.
maybe the goal should be to free them from this influence as well. It might not be of their own volition, and if we can take away this sort of tool that they have at their disposal, it might help weaken their operation.
That's sensible.
Or we could ask them what they want.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I don't think they're making their own decisions. So,
Shraya,
Yes.
do you want to tell them what you learned?
okay.
Yes. The last time I saw those crows, I asked them to go to my ancestral homeland. In the mountains, very far from here on the edge of this world. They had news for me that was troubling, in a word. The Kaldurian army has pushed very far into this area where I was raised when I was smaller than this. And I just hold out the palm of my hand. I am drawn to go back there and help them, as it seems my very people are beset by a conflict that they are ill-equipped for. And I look around at each one of the party members. I understand that this deviates from our larger mission to repair the world. Then I look out toward the direction of where we came from the Mindflayers. But I also believe very strongly that any being that has the power to enslave another's mind must be dealt with, for that is a power beyond anything of my own comprehension.
Shraya, aren't you from the Vanville Rise?
Yes, that's where I'm from. That's the name that, well, I guess the civilized peoples of this world have given it.
Well, if the Kaldurian army is going there, that's where one of the gates to the plane of air is, where there might be another key.
That's right.
So we should we can go and help you and protect the area.
That's right. And I throw my head back. That's right. There's an immense power there.
If and I really try to steady myself and stop leaning so much on the wall. If Flynn's brief dalliance with that possessor was any indication, we must be whole ourselves if we intend to repair the world. So there's no shame in starting with your homeland, Shraya. I think it takes precedence.
I would agree with that.
Wasn't there a conversation about the stories of your homeland and summoning magics or something through a portal?
It would betray the very nature of my tribe to tell you what I'm about to tell you. For we have not ever shared these things with any outsiders. And I bring my wings down and plant my staff on the ground and tilt the crystal in toward my mouth as it starts to circle a little bit. All of my kind are originally from the elemental plane of air. I'm told this in legend, that we used to exist there happily on our own. The elders of our tribe, they had wisdom from that time. It's been passed down over hundreds of years. That there came a time when we grew tired of being in the plane of air, and there was a foretelling of a place that was not like the plane of air at all. We're told that a very explorative wing of my ancestors found this place, found what is now known as Elbor. But however, in our getaway, this secret place that we had found, we'd hoarded to ourselves, we became so enthralled in this new world, and so caught up in its own magics, that we inadvertently closed off the connection that had kept those two worlds together. Now, since that time, there had been two sections of the tribe. One that was dedicated to finding a way of reopening that connection, and others who said that that could not be possible, that our fate now was to simply be in this world and accept our place in it. This is why I say to you that the members of my tribe may not be so keen on keeping the portal from being opened again, because those who wish to remain here and, well, have decided that this world is now our world. Let's just say that's a part of my history that's very dark. For they were not treated well, and there are very few of us left.
From which side of this conflict do you originate, Shraya, or which side do you stand on? Do you think opening the gate is the right thing for your people?
I was raised in a family that had some kind of connection to this world that was unexplainable. And they only kept one piece of my family alive, purely to understand the connection we had to the magics of this world. We were kept alive as a sort of familial and ancestral experiment.
Are you saying that the entirety of your portion of the tribe isn't here anymore?
Yes, they were wiped out.
And it's just you?
It's myself and very few others of me. To admit that you even have a possible family tie to this section of the tribe is a very grave admission indeed. I do believe there are more like me that do not admit it.
And I take it Tito is one and the same.
I do believe that the magic had emerged in him, and the chieftain had thought that perhaps the magic that we possessed in our wing of the tribe had almost jumped into the other side of the tribe, which is why he was celebrated as a wing of the right side of the tribe that suddenly possessed these magics. In essence, it was believed that perhaps he could be the one to reopen the connection.
Tito might be the key to the gate.
I don't know. These are just legends from my elders. These are things I know they want to believe. Whether they're actually true is anyone's guess.
Where is Tito?
We've lost him. I don't know where he is.
Wait a second. I don't think a person is a key. We have an image of what the key looks like. We have a sketching of it.
Don't try to ask me why they believe what they believe. These are just the legends that I was told.
Right.
There could be more than one key.
Or they could be completely out of their minds.
Or maybe they need Tito for the key?
I've been thinking. We have a piece of metal that opens the plane of air, and we have a shading sketch of what the key would look like that opened the plane of air. What if we carved the piece of metal to match the key? Do you think that would create a key for ourselves?
I imagine it's a bit more complicated than that.
Although it might be good to have
Aren't they terrible?
maybe a what do you call that, Seeker? Like it's not the real thing, but you made a copy of it and it looks really close. And
Oh yeah, like a forgery.
yes, like a forgery. Like we could forge.
I don't know why I knew that word, but
We could forge a forgery of the key, and maybe that would be good to distract the cult or make them think that we have something that we don't have. Maybe
Works for me.
I want to.
But we don't want to open the portals, right? That causes chaos. I'm confused.
But this won't.
The idea here is not to actually use this device. It would just be a distraction.
It'd be a ploy.
so
There's no. It strikes me if it were as easy as having a piece of metal and carving it the right way, then we wouldn't need
it would be done.
to find the key
Yes.
maker so
I
desperately.
think it requires
Maybe-
special talent.
I agree with you all. And Flynn, I don't know what you think, but I think we need to find a way to your home. I don't know how far it is. I don't think it's close, but it seems like a more urgent. A nest of the Mindflayers here. That can't be good. But how do we make this? I don't know how we make this call. But it seems like your people face several fronts, several different dangers. Maybe we can help and work on this bigger problem of the wolf and the Strata Prayan.
Well, I wonder.
Mariana.
I wonder.
Strata.
I wonder if we might be able to do multiple things. Is the point? If we're not trying to hurt the nest and we're just trying to talk to them and get them to stop helping the Strata Periana,
Well done, Mama.
That's a pronunciation indeed.
then we might be able to at the same time reach out to Xavier and see if he can open up a portal that's closest to the Vanville Rise, and then and I'll look down at Flynn's map that was on the ground that pointed to where we were and say, because there's a portal right here in Tenderfell, and then we could catch a boat. Do you see the little ship here? The little ship, we could catch a boat, and then we could go to the Vanville Rise from there. And while we ask Xavier to go and open up another portal, we can deal with the Mindflayers.
couldn't Hayfried just drop us there? Why do we have to take a boat?
What do you mean, can't he just take us there?
Like, why
you
can't we
just
just
go
drop in?
places where portals aren't, and there's no portal there.
There's no portal there?
There's no portal in the Vanville Rise.
I don't know where Hayfried
Okay,
has
but
portals.
you look at the circles, and those are the portals. Don't you know anything? The circles mean the portals, and when the circles are this circle here hasn't been opened. So if you try to go into this portal before it's been cleared and opened, you might disappear.
Ulma.
Okay.
I will say this. The dwarves have always been a problem for us. But based on the description from the crows, it seems like both sides are in a preparation phase. So, I don't think there'd be any problem while we're working on a way of getting there efficiently. I don't think there'd be any problem with approaching these tentacled beings, these Mindflayers.
Well, it might also have some information.
They might.
I think it's a sound plan. Just something for us all to keep in mind. The Carnarvon Sea here is the primary place of battle for the sea forces, for the navies of
Yes, it is.
Andel and Caldor. So
Oh.
that would be where
Quite
we'd be
dangerous.
sailing through there.
Well,
so
do you
just
think-
something to
Well,
keep
there's
in
another
mind.
portal. Do you think we should go to the other portal?
Where's the
Uh,
other portal, Ulma?
Where the other circle is?
Could you point that
Autumn
out
Shadow,
to me, please?
I believe.
Look at the map. Do you see another circle?
I do now.
Autumn Hollow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Never been there.
You know, sometimes if you're not willing to help yourself, you won't get across in the world.
Alma, there's not a key. That's just what was indicated
just
to us
struggle.
by Hayfried. All right, so I'll communicate that to Xavier that maybe he could open said circle.
That'd be great.
Perhaps you need a little rest first, my friend. You're not looking like they've been saying you are not looking so well.
Are you doing okay?
Yes, I'm a little nervous. Perhaps it's best I sit.
Ceallach, do you need a hand? And I kind of like reach my hand out to pat your shoulder. Might make you feel a little better.
Yes, that'd be kind of you. Thank you.
Lovely.
I like at first I like recoiled.
I hesitated. I waited.
but I like just with ever so much effort lean toward her hand.
So I just gently place my hand on his shoulder, and this sort of like white glow starts in my chest, like where my heart is, and it travels down my arm. And I'll go ahead and give you 20 points from my lay on hands pool as you become revitalized by fun stuff.
Should things go wrong with the Mindflayers, we need to be prepared to fight them, I believe. Does everyone feel all right with this possibility?
I'm gonna take it one step at a time here, and I go and I search for just a corner to sit, and I sort of like lean against the wall and slide down and onto the floor. And then DM, I'm going to attempt to cast Sending and look for a certain kindly wizard.
Okay. And you're able to find his tether.
Okay, I grab his tether, I twist around my palm, I pull it to my heart. Ajungis. Xavier, we need another teleportation circle opened in Autumn Hollow. What say you?
I can do that. If you could just give me a day. In the next day or so, we're going to be coming to Mornstead. Once we get settled there, I should be able to leap over and fix the portal.
And I nod, and I meekly look up at the group. with like just an inkling of a smile. Couple of days, he said. So the timeline works out. We can see what we can do about the Mindflayer problem, and go from there. Autumn Hollow.
Please, if you can, the next time you're in contact with him, send him my sincerest thanks.
I'll do that.
How's everyone else feeling?
I mean, other than the sand in my shoe, I feel pretty good.
It's probably dry now. You can probably shake it out.
You think so?
Probably.
I'm gonna try to shake it out.
Yam, does the sand shake out of her boot? Is it dry enough yet? Should we roll for it?
Roll a d20.
Oh, I love it.
Boy.
If it's 11 to 20, you succeed. 1 to 10, there's still sand in there.
12.
And almost successfully gets the sand out of her shoe.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, are you gonna be nicer now that you're not sandy shoes?
I am nice.
You're being kind of rude to Thessaly.
I'm just
Thessaly, do you think I'm being mean to you?
I think that, when you're showing somebody how to do something, you could be a little more sympathetic.
See?
But that's okay.
I'm sorry, I wasn't sympathetic.
It's okay, Alma. It didn't really hurt my feelings.
Back at you. All right, are we ready?
Ceallach, are you ready to go? Are you going to be all right?
Don't know if I can answer that.
You take a beat? You want to sit down?
I
Do you
can't
want to
for a
try and
moment.
eat one of these thorns?
What?
What does that do?
I don't know that they would be functional, independent.
They brought
of
Shraya
other-
back to life.
I know, but there was quite a bit
Well,
of.
But I've heard these thorns are really good.
I could go back to the grumbling garden place. Maybe we could find something for you there that would revitalize you.
Also, I've got this healing potion.
Oh.
That's all right.
Or we could also just take a sit. Catch a breath.
So just center yourself if you need it.
Maybe that'll do
You
me.
still
and
didn't
then
tell
we
us
can
what
go out.
happened to you. Why are you so weak?
It's hard to explain, Alma, but it's a good thing.
It's a good thing that you're exhausted and confused.
Yes, well, you know how I can talk to gods?
I mean, I don't know if you could talk directly to them. I know you sort of talk to them, like Claire.
I don't really know that I know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
this
don't
is news
really
for
know
everyone.
that I
It
know
is
that you
possible
talk to
that
God.
explains-
Channel their power, but
Maybe that's why you always look so pensive.
I suppose I haven't quite let you in on that. Well,
You don't let us in on much.
No, no, you don't.
and
What Flynn said.
for that I am. Well, I can't honestly say I'm sorry. It's not it's a bit of a burden, and I don't like to share that.
We want to help.
I know, and you do. You all do. I don't know what I'd do without you. And that's why I took it upon myself to petition Amir for her aid in our future efforts.
What?
wait.
Is that one of the old gods?
Yeah.
Or the new one?
No, it's an old
It is
god.
an old god.
An old one. Oh, is that the one where, Artemisia gets her power from? When she, went up in the sky?
My eyes are just on the ground.
She's one of the people you fought, right? She was there when you all
Oh, yeah.
died?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
I clock what's going on with Ceallach.
Alma, if my instinct is correct, this might be a little bit of a sore subject for him.
All right.
What did she say?
She said yes.
Famir spoke to you.
She did. I just shrug at them. I can't explain it. It's the most wondrous thing to ever happen to me.
So she wants to help you now.
It is a tenuous bargain, but I intend to repair the world with the help of you all, and I believe that is what Zachriel and Famir would both like to see occur, even though they disagree on how that is to be achieved.
Oh, did you talk to Zachriel too?
Yeah, I did. I may have brought a bit of trouble, but I think it'll be good for us in the long run.
So, you have an old god and a new god helping you at the same time?
And as though this answers the question, I hold my open palm toward Oma, and the symbol of Famir that I have so long carried with me is now seared into where once there was the scar in the shape of it. So it is both a golden metal and an open scar in the palm of this accursed arm of mine.
Oh.
Wow.
That looks really cool, but I don't think I know what that symbol means.
I don't either. But it must be very strong stuff indeed. That you're made of, Ceallach Grey. To be able to gaze upon two gods and to communicate with them the same.
Yeah, if they can work together, why aren't they just doing that?
It's not so easy as that, Flynn. I think there's a lot at stake here for all parties involved. And I think that among us, we have the means. We have the means to prove them wrong. To show them that these things need not be settled by massive loss of life, but instead by finding the true purveyors of evil. The people that would take advantage of this conflict, take advantage of hysteria and misinformation, and use it for personal gain. These are the true evils here, not the people who are misunderstanding texts and being led astray by charlatans. So I'm hoping that with this, and with this bond that I formed, we can do this the right way. One step at a time.
It's definitely a good start.
So, you're saying that we shouldn't care about the war, about Kaldor and Ondale and Gambeldir? It's just a background for the real evil and the Red Wolf.
Yes, it appears chaos is our common enemy.
That and the people in Kaldor that would put Timmy away for but a minor transgression. These evils I have seen on both sides, but they are in the select few. So we must find the real evil, smite it, without remorse. There are true villains, and they must be put to a stop.
If they're able to work so well together, why haven't they done it until now?
Well, I don't know that they're going to work that well together. That's the part of it that... I don't know if you... That is why I don't feel so well, I believe.
Ceallach is really good at convincing people to work together. I mean, he brought all of us together.
So you're their mediator. They're both using you?
Feels a bit like I'm at either end of a piece of meat between two feuding pups.
Oh.
And I'm like, get so mad that I shut up. Why would you do that?
It was a compulsion.
Like the compulsion you had with the sheep demon thing? Like that?
The responsibility is joint in that case.
Thessaly, you find your hand has placed itself upon the hilt of your sword.
Yep. That's not a surprise to me.
Do I notice that?
Yes, you do.
This... So that mark that's on your hand, that means you've bound yourself to Famir now.
I believe that's what she intended by it, but it's up for interpretation.
And how are you bound to Zachriel?
The rest of it. And I show the scorched undercurrent between the bandage folds.
I put my hand on your shoulder, Tess.
I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna stare some daggers, but I'm not gonna move my shoulder.
Are you like visibly agitated?
Yeah, I'm probably shaking. Yeah, I'm probably it's probably not. I don't know if you could see it, but if you were to touch me, you could feel me shaking with anger.
Get to walk outside with me for a moment.
I take one last look at Ceallach, and I look around at everybody else. Fine. Let's go.
I gotta sneak after them. I go put the cloak on of invisibility. And I go,
Hey.
All right.
As she does this, I just look at Flynn wanly, like my face still pallid.
I give Flynn and Shraya a thumbs up, but right before I put the hood up.
All right, you are now invisible.
Did I do the wrong thing here, Flynn?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Conflict only makes us stronger, Ceallach. Well,
What?
except for maybe.
And then I kind of clock what he's going through.
Seeker and Thessaly, you make your way out.
Looking for some distance and kind of walking, and this.
Yes. Oh, I'm fine, and my hand is still like on the hilt of my sword. I'm absolutely fine.
You are fine.
Yes.
Then why is your hand on the hilt of your weapon?
And I look down
I know
and I
you
actually
don't
notice
love
it.
the gods.
No, I don't.
So,
We now find ourselves in a position where someone in our group has decided to place himself directly in the path of two gods on opposing sides of a war that has been tearing the world apart for the past 30 years, and you're just okay with that?
The more that they speak, the more their eyes begin to glow silver.
You're fine. You're good to just walk along.
I mean, I did try to kind of do something. It was stupid, but it was trying to unite like
Did you
both
try-
sides back at the... Look,
I know.
what is going on with you
What are you talking?
right now?
What do you mean?
Your eyes.
I kind of blink. What? They're what?
Bulma, I'm going to have you roll a stealth check for me.
At advantage.
At advantage because you are invisible.
Oof.
Roll at advantage.
Now?
Oh, no.
I think it's not
Oh, would you?
That's
good.
not
It's
good.
like really bad for
Is
us.
it like 2 1s or something?
One
One
and
and
a
a
three.
three.
It's a 10.
It's a 10. Okay.
But I am invisible.
You are invisible. Okay, Olma, as you are following them, you're able to just hear their conversation. But your footsteps are not the quietest. Thessaly and Seeker, you hear footsteps.
But
I don't think I would
but you don't
register
see
them,
anything.
honestly. I'm so mad. I'm going to go ahead and say that I would not register that.
Hold on.
Oh, now you're telling you drag me away, and now you're telling me to hold on.
I hear something.
I stopped moving.
What do you hear?
I look the direction of the footprints and... Did you give the cloak back to the... You did give the cloak back.
I gave the invisibility cloak to Olma, yes.
I'm holding still and I'm holding my breath.
Okay.
Why?
Right now, your eyes are glowing.
Okay, and I'm gonna
And you
try
are
to...
not happy.
No, I'm not happy. I can't believe that you're this calm.
It sounds like they want to possibly help us. And we are about to go fight some Mindflayers and possibly more. I think a little... I sat in Hayfried's Void and I asked Loris for help.
All right. That's not the same thing as what Ceallach is talking about.
Honestly, I don't know exactly what he's talking about. However, It might help us. Why are you so upset? What are you not telling me?
Because, and I'm gonna kind of start pacing back and forth, and like my hands are agitated. I don't know what to do with them, but I'm trying to make sure that they don't go back to the hilt of my sword, or either hilt of my sword. I can't believe that this whole time. I mean, you've seen what the war has done to people, and they're just sitting up there or around there, and they could have helped, or they could have talked to somebody, or they could have done something, and they choose to just. I don't understand why they're choosing now to help, and what the reason is when everyone around me has died for. Look, it's not right.
No, it is not. You know I know this. I don't know everything you have been through, but I know that they're deciding to sit on the sideline while stupid stuff happens and people die. All of the time. Is the exact reason I've not talked to Loris in a very long time.
So you talked to him the way Ceallach talked to.
Oh no, I've never talked to. Like it's very one way. There's no conversation.
Yes.
But I used to believe a long, long time ago that maybe one day I would have a conversation. And what Ceallach has said is fascinating. And if there is a possibility that they can come together and help us, then I'm willing to help. I'm just concerned about you.
Why are you concerned about me? I feel like we should all be concerned about Ceallach or the Red Wolf. I really feel like I'm the least of the group's problems right now.
You are the only thing who has stood by me consistently throughout these many years. And I'll be damned if something happens to you.
I'm not gonna let anything happen to me.
Well, we are agents now, so we might
So we-
die. You can't say that definitively, but you know what I'm saying. I just don't. You have a look, and you put your hand on your weapon. I've seen you do this in moments where you are about to smite enemies. Ceallach is not an enemy.
I don't know if I know that.
But I do. Look at me. I am Taka. I am Sika. Trust me.
Okay. All right. You want me to trust you on this one? This is the one. You're choosing this one, this moment right now, for me to just trust you. No more questions asked.
If he were to turn on us, I would be the first to do something about it. But I don't believe that is in him.
I just don't know what kind of influences he has over him right now.
I don't know what has influences over you right now.
And at that, I am going to storm off, and I'm going to shoulder check him as I walk by him.
Seeker, as she runs into you, you're sort of turned around, and as you watch Thessaly walk away, you swear you think you see just a couple of points of light behind her back. And then
do
fade
they
away.
remind me of like the wings that I saw in the void, or like do they remind
In
me
the
of
same
any-
shape, but these ones almost look like a constellation forming, and then they fade away.
Do I see those too?
You would? Yeah.
I'm sliding up next to Seeker, still in the invisibility cloak. What the heck is that?
Am I surprised?
No, you are not.
Hello, Oma.
Hi.
This is
What's on their back?
I don't know, and I'm very concerned for my friend.
Which one?
Yes. So I want to tell you something. In the cave, well, the void of Hayfried. You had wings, like they weren't.
Wings?
Well, kind of, not like Shraya, but yes, but for a moment, and
Like feathery wings or like leathery
I
wings
think it's
or
more like ethereal, like fire. I've never seen anything like it. And then this point, this light, this constellation. Concerned for my friend.
I don't know anything about people having wings.
I've been down to where I assume Oma is, since I'm way above, towering at 6'1". I'm just staring at where I hope I'm facing the right direction. Oh, I'm facing where the sound's coming from, and I say, Olma, can you keep an eye out? Keep an eye on her. You're good at watching.
Like right now, or like just like
Yes.
In general.
Yes.
Yeah, I can keep an eye on her. I mean, she seems really angry.
Well, no, really angry is different test, but she was getting close, and something new, something different, something I have not seen.
I'm sorry, I won't be so mean to her about the portals. I didn't realize I was going to set her off.
I don't think it was you. Although you were a bit mean, yes. Let's go back.
You don't want me to follow her?
Shh. Which way did they go?
Whatever was past you is where I'm
Away
mad.
from or towards the shack.
What? I don't. Where would we have been like situated within? So we were all in the shack, and so I would have been away. Would have been going away into the city, I guess, presumably.
Okay.
You can, but I can ask Eldra to keep an eye on her so we can talk to the group. Eldra knows her well.
Okay.
And I will take a moment, close my eyes, and Eldra, please watch this. He is mad at me. Yes, not new, I know. But different. Keep an eye, please.
And Eldra flies away in the same direction that Thessaly went.
We can go back.
Okay.
Yeah, back. Yeah.
You both join the rest of the group.
I put the hood down as soon as we step back into the shack.
Are they all right?
No.
I'm sorry. I didn't know it would cause such a fuss.
Yeah. It was a little confusing.
I haven't been able to discern the nature of Thessaly's magic. Seeker, be able to elucidate us.
Don't know if now's the time.
If not now, when?
Well, if it comes from divinity, it would explain the outrage we just were privy to.
I barely understand what I can do. I think there is a divine source, but it is very confusing because my friend Thessaly does not really like the gods that much. It seems we all have very complex relations with the various things that are divine and have a look at Flynn and have we have ties to. And I cannot say where the source is. And this moment a moment ago was new.
I hope it's not cause for any strife on Thessaly's part. You know him well enough by now. How many comms I have with these deities of ours. But I truly believe that the path forward is not to destroy them, but to work with them. That's what separates us from the Order of the Red Wolf. Like it or not, they created Elbor.
It seems in this, you and I have come to some sort of a agreement and don't know that Thess is in the same place.
I believe it's easy to have misgivings when we misunderstand the nature of the kind of power these beings possess. And that the Order of the Red Wolf is capitalizing on that. I can't speak to Thessaly's struggle, I know not of it, but it's worth keeping an eye on that element alone, that they not become sympathetic with our enemies.
Her basic anger is not at all unjustified. You all asked yourselves, why now? Why would they talk now? And I ask myself this daily. Where are their gods? Why are they not helping? I don't know. Maybe we all need to take a moment, take a beat, and sit down, plan for these players. Oh, that was the other thing, Flynn. The name indicates the thing they can do with your mind somewhat, and that is very not awesome.
I look up from my book. I've been kind of like going over things. Yeah, that makes sense.
Wait, what exactly does it mean to flay?
Rip apart?
You cut.
Tear asunder.
Yeah.
Oh.
A bit like I feel at the moment.
Maybe you should get like a little tiny baby
Oh, do you
nap.
still have the
Think if I
shambling
just-
mound? Zap. Could make you some tea.
Might help.
Maybe crush a thorn into it. You never
Ooh.
know.
Yes.
Why not?
Okay, I'm gonna get like a little like mortar and pestle, and I'm gonna crush one thorn.
Okay, easy
I'm
enough.
so ready for this.
Yes, I could go for a break myself. For me, it would be berries.
And I conjure some berries.
Can we do it not in this hut? It smells.
Oh my gosh, Flynn, just deal with it. We're gonna leave soon, and we gotta wait because Thessaly won't know where we are. Gosh, why don't
If we
you?
just
We're gonna have the
spend a
same thing
minute
again, then I'm
here.
gonna have sand in my shoe again.
Well, then just don't go in the water this time.
This is as
We're
good
gonna stay here.
it's as good a place as any.
Fine. And I slump back down into my book.
Do you have this shambling mound sap?
I would.
Uh,
I think
Kelly?
Yeah, here it
I gave a
is.
vial.
Okay, I'm gonna pour the dust from one of the thorns that's crushed up into it.
I will produce. Here, take. Reach into my bag and pull out a small canteen with some water. Does anyone have a cup or a bowl or something we can? They stare at
I will
Shraya.
just say, Shraya, you took that.
The magic teapot.
You have the teapot. Oh, that's right. I gave you a teapot, man.
You have a magical teapot.
Oh, this old thing.
And I like bring some under my arm.
Love it.
And pull it out. Yes, I've been looking for an opportunity to use it, but I guess it's you being back here is this opportunity.
It is time for tea.
Yes, indeed.
As I dig through my bag to find my mortar and pestle, I find like a piece of wood that has writing on it
Yeah.
that Shraya gave me like forever and a day ago. Oh, what's this? And I read it.
Okay.
So you see in sort of what my Talon writing would look like etched into a piece of wood. I don't know if you're sharing this or you're just looking at this.
I'm just reading
Okay,
it.
you're just reading this, and it says, "To our roots we are bound, but they can still set us free."
I read it, and then I read it again, and then I read it again. And I squint my eyes and I read it again. Is this a puzzle?
Make of that what you will, Olma. It seemed when the events that were unfolding, when I wrote it, happened, it seemed to be what you needed to hear at the time.
Yeah. I think I just need to understand what it means for a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna sit with this for a little bit. As I've kind of given the cactus cower cactus thorn powder into the teapot.
Can anyone make some fire? Maybe heat up the water and then let's make some.
Oh, yeah, I can make some fire.
Let's make some tea in the
Again,
magical
should we
teapot.
do this here? And I look around at the very wooden hut.
It's fine.
Okay, just deep breaths. We've seen.
Oh my gosh! And I take out my flint and I spark a
yeah,
torch
much
with
Yeah,
with
that's.
fire, and then I snap my fingers and I make it bigger.
My eyes go wide as I worry for a second. I look up to the top of the roof.
But only a little bit bigger.
Okay, cool, good job. And I slowly go back to the book.
All right. And as you all have your tea, you are sitting around, everyone, Thessaly, have you come back or are you staying out?
Yeah, eventually I'll find my way back.
Okay, you come back. Everyone has a little bit of this tea, and with the effects of that thorn in there, everyone is has the effects of a short rest,
Oh.
and everyone gains 10 temporary hit points.
Yeah. Exciting.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Have tea more.
How have I never had shambling Mount Sap tea before?
This is so good.
I have to admit I was skeptical, but I feel terrific. This is delicious.
What was that dawn?
I mean, we can get more of them. I got them in the same place we're about to go, so there's so many
Ulna,
more.
I gave them to Hayfried. Told them they were
Yeah.
from Flynn, of course.
They're not
and-
from Flynn. They were from me.
I told them they were from you, and he said if he uses them in a recipe, he'll give the recipe to you. So.
Oh, cool.
So I had a kind of a tactical thought as we go to this place. Another thing that the wise and powerful Hayfried said was that the Mindflayers, the tentacle faces, can go invisible. And I might have a way to make them not so invisible if they do that.
That would be good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I told you guys that they went invisible.
You did.
I'm also wise and powerful.
I meant the wise and powerful, Oma, which is also very true.
Eh,
Hey.
Powerful, anyway.
yeah, definitely powerful. Feeling better. That tea didn't hit the spot.
It's very powerful indeed. Potent.
Thessaly, does she seem calmer?
Ooh.
Do they seem calmer?
I mean, calm in the sense that you can still tell that the root of the issue has not been
Right.
resolved, but I'm not shaking. I'm just hanging back. I'm probably leaned up against one of the walls a little bit away from the rest of the group.
I think to say something, but I stifle my voice as I'm better wait. Are we ready? We ready?
Yeah, I'll show you guys the way.
Okay.
How do you feel? Ceallach?
Still a bit hot, but it certainly helps to take a breather. So I'm well enough to give this a shot.
You sure you don't want one of these? And I hold up the red potion.
No, I'm well enough, Oma. Thank you.
Okay. I keep
Right.
trying to give it to people, but nobody wants it.
I'll certainly.
Fake
take
Xavier
it
didn't
later.
want it either.
What, the potion?
Yeah.
Fake Xavier.
Yeah, fake Xavier didn't want it. He lost his leg, but he didn't want it.
Who's fake?
Fake savior. Oh, in the right.
He was in the cave. He lost
Right,
his
the
leg.
things that you saw.
Huh.
Perhaps along the way we can talk about we can
It's good.
we can talk about what we intend to offer these wonderful creatures that are going to be very receptive to us walking into their what was it called,
A nest.
nest. Most creatures like when you do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a doorway, though, so we could just knock, and then if they answer, they answer. Very respectable. This way.
Let's do it.
And I'll guide them to the through the woods and to the end of the past the house. And as I pass the house, I wave, "Hi, Mr. Doorknob," and then we keep going.
All right.
Uh,
You hear nothing from within the house as you pass. But eventually, Oma leads you to this peninsula. at the very tip of southern Saddlemount. You look out and you can see the edge of the horizon spanning pretty much your entire range of vision. You see the ocean out in front of you. And as Olma walks you to the end of this peninsula, you realize that you're up very high. And as you walk closer and closer to what you think is the shoreline, you realize that it's actually a cliff face in front of you. And you get closer. And you're able to look over the edge. And you all see it drops hundreds of feet before it gets to the beach below.
Okay, and this is the hard part because you have to climb down now. So
What?
you have to rappel yourself down. Yeah, I mean, you guys thought it took me a long time. I mean, I had to climb this back up.
I could help.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. There's a staircase over here.
Oh, right, of course.
I was like ready to.
I lead them over to the staircase. But you do have to be careful because it's a really old staircase and I almost fell all the way off of it. So like definitely like test the weight before you go and if you fall. Does anybody have the ability to like blink out of existence and show back up? Because that was really helpful. So if you have that, I recommend using it. But if you don't have that,
You want me to use it on the staircase?
Why do we need to blink out of existence?
Yeah.
well, because if you fall off the staircase and then you have to
Is
get
it
back
that
on the
easy to-
staircase.
Fall off
I'll
the staircase?
look to Shraya.
Yeah, it's really easy to fall. The staircase just sometimes breaks.
You
It's
look
really
down
old.
at this staircase, it is narrow as it goes down the side of the cliff face.
Hey, Shraya.
Yes.
Can I get a ride?
I was thinking about walking with the rest of you because I enjoy your company.
Yeah, we're all gonna walk. And just like, if you start to fall, just like,
Don't.
don't. Yeah.
Perhaps it's an appropriate time to employ the rope of friendship.
The rope.
I thought it'd never come back up again.
Did you really just say that? I never thought you would say that. Yes, let's do it.
It's a new me. Flynn.
Get the rope out. We will latch each other to it. We'll hand it down the group and see if anyone.
While we're binding each other to each other, since we're approaching beings that seem to be able to mess with the mind, should we perhaps come up with a word of some kind? If we're feeling an outside influence, we can shout so we know.
Bumblebee.
Pancake?
Bumblebee pancake?
Yeah.
Pancake bumblebee.
Yeah.
Pancake bumblebee.
Yep.
If we feel something trying to take over our minds,
Yep.
you want us to scream, Pancake bumblebee.
Yeah, because when else would that come up in normal conversation?
Never.
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 True, it couldn't be confused.
True. Perfect.
Hard to argue, I must admit.
I kind of love it.
I hold my hand out for like a little
As you all
monkey
are
bound.
getting the rope of friendship tied up, can I get a marching order? Who is going down first?
I'll go first.
I'll go after Oma.
Okay, who's after Flynn?
I'll go after Flynn.
After Ceallach?
I'll be closer to the rear.
I was gonna say I was gonna hold up the back.
Okay, then I'll be right in front of you.
All right.
I will. And like when we're doing the ropes, like they called it a friendship rope here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, as you all are heading down the staircase, it is very narrow, and the wind from the ocean is battering you against the sides of this cliff face. And as you are walking down, Olma, you see down in front of you a couple of stairs that have collapsed out.
Yeah, this is where I fell. Is it hoppable? Is it like...
Possibly. It's a couple of steps, and you are all tied together with rope.
I mean, if you fall, I'll catch you.
Yeah. Let's just do it
one
together.
at a time?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Whenever you're ready.
Olma, make an acrobatics check for me as you jump across this opening.
21.
Okay, you jump, and for a moment in the air, you kind of close your eyes, but then you land on the other side safely. Find your balance.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Make an acrobatics check.
I got you, Flynn.
No, I got him.
We've both got him, Alma.
A lot. 27.
Okay.
Oh.
You are able to jump across and land perfectly. Ceallach.
Oh, I'm using while they're jumping. I'm like pulling.
Yeah.
So that we're
Now that I'm over there,
yeah.
I'll try and do that as well to try
Okay.
and help whoever jumps.
Gotcha.
All right.
Ceallach, now you have advantage on your acrobatics check.
Going to count on your low centers of gravity.
We got it.
Hold tight there.
1, 2, 3.
Acrobatics
At
at
advantage.
advantage.
Yeah.
11.
And 11. You all pull, Oma and Flynn pull just a split second too early as Ceallach sort of fumbles and doesn't quite get his footing for the jump, and he begins to fall. In that split second moment.
Planting my
Brace.
feet at the back of the line as I see this happening.
Okay.
I'm like trying to anchor.
Grab the rope.
Yeah, how far before the rope catches out?
I'm holding it.
It's a couple of feet, but I'm gonna have Flynn and Shraya make athletics checks
Sure.
to see if you can catch him.
Really good at those. Really good at those.
I have a slight, that's a 3.
Oh.
I rolled a 19, so 18.
18. Shraya, you are just pulled forward, but not quite enough to throw you off of the side of the staircase. And Flynn, you dig your feet in and are able to just catch Ceallach. Ceallach, you slam against the side of the cliff face. You take
Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
4 points of bludgeoning damage as you smash against the rock.
I'm a help. Pull it up.
Okay.
All right, Oma and Flynn, make athletics checks.
19. Oh, wait, athletics?
Yes.
Yeah, 19.
12.
12. Okay, both of you pulling together. Ceallach, you're just able to get an arm up onto the side and pull yourself up with the aid of Oma and Flynn.
And as he is being pulled over the edge, I tilt my head like I'm hearing something. And then I whisper through the crystal and little healing word, pink magenta energy showers over Ceallach for... Oh, thank you. 9 points of healing.
Heyo.
Nice. And Shraya, with that, you're next in line. How are you getting over? You jumping?
Can I, glide
That
jump?
would probably be easier.
Yeah.
Probably.
Would that
You
be
don't
it?
even have to roll
I
for
don't even
that.
have to roll,
That's just
yeah. I'm
your
just going to
movement.
glide over.
Okay.
Yeah, brilliant.
Okay, Seeker. Advantage, because you have people pulling you on the other side.
That is a 13.
A 13. Seeker, you jump, and your left foot hits the side, and your right foot just misses, dropping you down. But
I'm going to use guidance as a reaction, baby.
Yeah.
No way.
That's a thing I can do.
Yes,
now.
it is. Okay,
So-
add another D4.
Yeah.
What is
Add another D4.
So seeing this second foot slip, I have the forethought because of a particular set of divine intervention. I suppose I'm able to anticipate this thing that happens, and it doesn't even emanate from my hand. It is like my whole being extends toward Seeker, and it's almost it is as minute and instantaneous a flash of light that you might blink and miss it, almost like a strike of lightning that Seeker gets an additional 2 to his
That's 15.
roll.
Okay, 15. You feel just a really quick burst of energy, and with that left foot that you planted, you're just able to get yourself up and over to the other side.
Whoa. I thought I was going over.
Steady on there, Seeker.
See that happen? You cast that spell?
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know. Just something good.
All right, Thessaly, I'm going to have you make an acrobatics check for me as the last person.
How far
That is just a straight roll.
but how far is the expanse between me and the how big's the gap?
It's probably somewhere between 8 to 10 feet.
No, I'm gonna see it. So straight roll.
Straight roll.
Is it acrobatics?
Yep.
That's a 9.
A 9.
Once again,
I
can
am-
cast this again.
It's a reaction.
It's a reaction.
I'm saying that
To a
this is
failed
all
roll.
one round of.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
okay. So you used your reaction. That makes
saying,
sense.
so I'm
used
saying
Fair
that
enough.
you've already used a reaction.
Fair enough.
Well, as a reaction,
Hey.
I yell, "Oh shit!"
All right.
That consumes your reaction.
Next up, Seeker and Shraya. Make athletics checks for me. As Thessaly
Boy.
just misses and begins falling.
That armor,
I need to
guys.
really.
It's heavy.
I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it's
that's
an
like
Not
advantage.
an advantage.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
No, that
15.
Natural 20.
What's that? Whoa, what's that?
Is that a natural 20?
Hey.
Yeah.
Seeker and Shraya both are able to catch Thessaly perfectly where Thessaly's swings and your feet sort of meet the side.
Oh, nice.
Just so you're not able to smash up against the side as you are pulled up and are all on the next portion of the staircase.
Oh my God, you are heavy.
Yes.
Thanks.
As you all make your way down the staircase, a little bit light-footed as you try and navigate down this stairway, you finally make it down to the beach. And just up ahead, you see a cave on your left.
Should we untie now?
Yeah, I was wondering. It did help
Probably.
a lot, but we probably should.
I
separate.
love this rope.
Right?
It's the rope of friendship.
It's a
It
it's
is.
a good roll.
We've had it for a while.
It's a yes. What
It's
he
been
said.
helping us since like day one.
Okay, yes, let's untie.
Yeah.
That is a cave, and some of you cannot see in dark. So stand where you are, and I will clutch.
How dark was it though? Because it wasn't like, I guess you couldn't see very far in it,
I
but
wouldn't
like
have.
you weren't.
Yeah, it was tough for you to see. You could only see about 10 feet in front of you, but that was due to the fog. That wasn't necessarily low light.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not necessarily darkness, so the extent of what you can see, your sight is limited by the fog, not the amount of light within the cave.
Yeah, I didn't have too much trouble seeing in here last time.
It might be better to save the magic for when we need it.
DM, is this the fog that I also experienced? Is it coming
As you
from
all
a-
are approaching
Yeah.
the cave and you see the fog beginning to roll out, it
Would there
looks
still be fog though? Because I have the item.
there is fog coming out. Yes,
Okay.
Oh.
Even though I have the.
you have a device. Yes,
I hold my hand up. Wait. This is what Olma, I know you saw really terrible things in there, but some of the things you didn't really see. And do you remember when I was in the chamber when we went to the lighthouse and I was sort of seeing things that weren't there, running around and interacting with things that you couldn't see? Well, that happened to you too, and I think it's because of the fog.
But it couldn't because I have the box.
Well, maybe do you remember being in that room and they had a bunch of similar devices all at once?
Yeah, but it was on a pedestal and I removed it and I put the doorknob and I really think they wouldn't know that I took it.
But I think they came from where I was and went to where you were, and they might have noticed that something that they used to do that was missing, and they might have felt the need to put up another security measure.
Okay, well, I know,
So no one breathe it in,
Okay.
please.
yeah, but it's very far. You're gonna have to go a long way without breathing. I don't know if that's gonna work. Just, we're just gonna run the whole way, and we just keep running, and
Do we hold our breath?
Yes. You don't want to breathe it in, or it'll distort. It'll make you see things.
or alternate plan,
Sure.
we ignore everything and we
Wait.
just run.
Well,
What?
what if there's a wind that blows away the fog?
I might be able to help in that realm.
Yeah.
As I raise my step.
Although, if there's a source of this fog, they might notice that it's moved by another source.
It's not a real source. It's a mechanical source.
Wait, aren't we trying to talk to them? Should we just knock and not go in?
Well, you have to. So, and I pull out the map. Do you see how this is the outline of the cave right here, and this with the face and the tentacles and the X in blood? Yeah, that's the nest, and the door is over there.
Okay. Why is that blood
Well, I got it from people who died.
in here?
Yeah.
In the fog?
No. I mean, yes, they died in the fog, but they didn't die from the fog. They died because they were consumed by acid, I think.
Oh,
Okay. How far away is this area, and is it also in fog?
What do you mean?
The door, is it like the door entrance in
Yeah,
fog?
but we can turn off the fog once we get there. Because that's
Okay.
where it was when I was here.
it was next to the door? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, I mean, you've seen it before. I can have wind around me, and essentially you can just stand near me, and maybe that'll just disperse the fog as we walk, and then we get there, we turn it off.
That's even better. That takes less magic.
We want to try that?
I think that makes sense.
That makes the most sense, yes.
All right.
But maybe if we see one of these, if I was standing and you walked up to me with that, I would possibly think that you did not mean good things for me.
Right, but we can turn. I can get rid of it.
You can make it stop.
Yeah, once
Okay.
the fog's turned off, I don't have a use for it anymore, so I can just dismiss it.
I mean, I
Stop
guess it's
concentrating.
possible that it won't be there and it'll be somewhere else, but it's not like, I don't know, we'll just have to see.
Okay, let's
Figure it out.
I expect that these defenses, this difficult fog and this acid you spoke of, Oma,
Yeah, if you see the goopy acid, it's really slow, so just keep moving.
these are not incidental. There's
Goopy acid.
the-
Whoopi, we did not talk about this.
Well,
But
just everyone keep an eye out, and
Yeah,
hopefully
it's
the
shaped kind of
wind
like
will.
it's shaped kind of like a square.
Weird.
Good to know.
All right, are we ready?
It does not sound like it, no, but we are going.
It can go between walls, so just look out for goop on walls.
Anything else? Because we're not going to be able to hear much.
I'll guide you. I'll guide you.
Okay. Anything else? Because we're not going to be able to hear.
You and
That's it.
Olma, and we'll follow.
Okay. And I will rub my fingers together, put them on the ground near my heel, and swipe up as the wind picks up around me, and I cast Warding Wind.
Okay, and as you cast Warding Wind, you all take your first steps into the cave, and as the fog begins to move in reaction to Flynn's Warding Wind, that is where we're going to end.
Right as we enter, of course.
Let's do 2 more hours.
Is where we're going to call it.
Let's do 2 more.
Thank you all so much for listening, and we can't wait to see you all again next week.
And want to know what the
Bye.
Nerds.
Bye, nerds. Hey, nerds. Thanks for listening. If you like what you heard, please give us a like, a review, a follow, a subscription on whatever platform you're listening. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week. Bye, nerds.
Bye.